Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have Super 7's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ultimates, Muckman, and Joe Eyeball. I picked this figure up from Toyco Toys and Collectibles because I wanted it as a part of my collection. As you can see, it comes in the typical Super 7 Ultimate style packaging, which the packaging is great for you inbox collectors. And let's get Muckman and Joe Eyeball out of the package. Straight out of the package, Muckman comes with a pair of gripping, sort of trigger fingery hands. This one's more gripping, and this one has more of the trigger finger. Muckman comes with the extra pair of hands, and these pair of hands are pretty awesome. I like how they did the hands. They're just all skeletal looking, but this one has like some gloop or slime or grossness stretching between the fingers inside the palm of the hand, just looking gnarly. And I do like the look of this one. That's probably one of my favorite ones. I just like how they captured that stringiness between the thumb and the finger. And then the left hand that we get has that skeletal look as well. We get a maggot coming out of his wrist, which this one actually didn't have. I guess it pegs on versus the other one that actually has the peg system already attached, which I was like, that's unique. But this one has like the gloopiness inside, sort of like it's about to drip out of his hand. It's neat, not as good as the other hand, but still nice ways of having some options to display your Muckman. Diving into Muckman's weaponry, we do get his like bazooka cannon. It's got some paint on there, silver accents and rivets and stuff like that. The worms and stuff are painted. The bugs, like the flies, are painted. Lots of sculpt work in here. They could have done some like washes or something on there to make some of the sculpt work pop, because you got the can that says soda right on there and looks like a soda can. The inside of the scope is painted black, but all of these, like this is a can of worms, can of peas, you know, all this stuff's labeled. Got some turtle soup right there. This is ketchup for the optics. So they have all this cool detail. I wish they would have put a little bit more love into this, because out of the figure itself, this is one of the more least painted items, but it's still awesome. They accented the right spots and everything, and it's just a cool classic weapon that he came with. This Muckman also comes with that classic backpack accessory that's a trash can. Got the fish bones all painted, the cans painted really well. Got the green that's all sculpted and painted. We got that hole in the back. So fill this bad boy up with slime. It'll come out of his gut. You know, they got that play feature with this figure. The slice of pizza is painted really well done. Got the pepperoni and cheese. Just, they did a great job on this accessory. Like the sculpt work, the damage to the can. And it just ports right into the back of them. Now we know the trash can just isn't just some backpack for slime, but it's the little Yoda backpack for Joe Eyeball, technically. It's where Joe Eyeball gets to hang out. Now we get to take a look at Muckman's final accessory, and really sidekick. He is his own little character, Joe Eyeball. The eyes are painted with the gloss paint to make him look wet, looking awesome. His teeth are painted and sculpted and great. Inside the mouth is painted. This guy has tons of sculpt work going on. It just creepy as can be. All the little bumps and stuff, his little spine, his tail that wraps around that actually has the eyeball as well going right here. He's got little suction cups on the bottom of his arms and his little tendrils. He's got the little matte paint for his belly. Just a really awesome take on Joe Eyeball. Just like the amount of detail. So it's like if you love the Playmate figures, and you love the little sidekicks, like Super 7 takes those sidekicks and amp them up with some paint and some love, and it just looks great. He does have some articulation. His head is on a ball joint. It's a tight ball joint, but you get some attitude, a little bit of up and down. And then you could do full 360 if you want, but why do you want Joe Eyeball looking behind him? His arms are on, I thought they're ball joints, but I can't really get them to move besides up and down. I was trying to get him to move other ways, but he doesn't. It's pretty much up and down on both of these arms. And that's pretty much the articulation that you would get out of this little guy. Here we have an up-close look at Muckman, and this figure is awesome. I had this figure as a kid and I loved it. It was gross and grotesque, and I really like this version. Super 7 knocked it out of the park with this figure. It's got the glossy paint for the eyes. There's a gloss on the tongue. There's texture on the tongue. His mouth is open. It's got the little suction cups going around his mouth like he's got a bad case of herpes. And the ears all back there, just gnarly. It'll go great with my Toxic Avenger figures from Super 7. We got the banana peel on top of the rotten, nasty looking brain. They even got the little sticker on the banana peel, which is awesome. We go to the back. We got some lumps and bumps and gooiness. Got the hole that goes through. This is where the hole that goes through here, but then this is the hole for the actual backpack, or the garbage can. You got the fish bones there, sculpted nicely. Got a spider, just stuff just goozing out. And something about this figure, everything is painted. It is heavily painted. I may have said that the gun could have used a little bit more paint, but I could see why it doesn't, because this guy took a lot of paint. We got this like soda bottle here. You got the apple with it all chomped up. I love the little stringy bits there. Looking awesome. We got the soda can. Big old flies. We even have a little ID badge. I guess that's what my man looked like. Garrison Grunge. New York Sanitation. That's really cool. And then we got all this detail right here. We got the bear. We got a flower. Another spider. Some veiny bits. And this is like a pliable plastic on both sides. We got a little, it's almost like some sort of centipede. We got the nice flower looking great. Mushrooms growing on his shoulder. Again, the detail is just awesome on this figure. We got the fly. Got a big old worm coming through his arm. He's got his bare bones showing, the hand with some more worms coming out. The detail is stupid on this thing. Again, just like all the detail they put into these figures, especially this guy. Lots of paint, lots of wash throughout. Let's move his arms out of the way here. Got the frog that's on his leg that has texture on it. Got the bone sticking out. Got the soda. The manhole cover, all glooping. His foot just turned into a puddle. More worms. Really nice looking slice of pizza. Bone. Apple. Like, it's great. His other leg, it's got the fish bones. His foot's going through like a garbage can. Then we got the milk carton. All painted. It's a little bit of a harder plastic. That's not pliable, that little piece right there. But this figure, just with all the detail, is pretty phenomenal. Diving into articulation now, his head can actually look left and right. Can look up, can look down. It's a nice little movement you get out of there. He does have that toy gimmick as well. Pull the top off, put slime in there, make it come out of his mouth. Arms. That arm can only go up so far. This one can go up this far. So, not fully T-posed. Full 360. Elbow bends at 90. Pivot at the elbow. Wrist rotation. Wrist bend. Waist. Swivel. Doesn't feel like hula hoop, so it's swivel. Legs, I can go out about that far. No Van Damme, really. But I can kick up and do a Spartan kick. It's got the 90-degree angle there. Can pivot. There is ankle pivoting and bending with the manhole foot. This one bends down as well. Of course, ankle bend and pivot. And I almost forgot, he does have the thigh cuts up here, so you can move his thigh up there. Now it's time for some comparison. We got the comic book foot soldier. We got the Archie Comics Slash, so you can see how big they are to this Muckman figure. Here we have Muckman next to Big Ben from the G.I. Joe Classified Series wave, and we got the Valiant Knight from the Mythic Legions line. Finally, for a size comparison, we got a AWOC figure and a Plunder Strong. Here I have Muckman and Joe Eyeball all geared up and teamed up and looking awesome. This figure definitely has shelf presence. It's a pretty hefty figure, and honestly, Super 7 has knocked this character out of the park when it comes to the amount of sculpt work that's in this figure, the paint work, the wash. It even has the slime gimmicks. I just didn't put slime through it because the only slime I have is from NECA, and that stuff's oily and gross, and I didn't want to damage this figure. But you still can put the slime through the head, and it comes out the mouth, slime in the dumpster, and it comes out his gut hole. Like, this is a awesome piece. And with me being an original fan of and owner of the original Muckman, to have him with the updated sculpt and details and articulation and having it be in a bigger scale is just, it's perfect for me. And for anybody that might be collecting like the Toxic Crusader line from Super 7, this will be a great character to put with it as well. But if you just want a gross figure, this would be great for your collection. But this figure is awesome. I like it. If you're into gross figures, definitely pick it up. If you had the original figure, highly recommend picking it up. But it is a awesome looking piece. And honestly, Super 7 just did a great job with it. But that sums up my unboxing and review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ultimates Muckman and Joe Eyeball. If you guys are liking my content, hit that like button. New to my channel, hit the subscribe button as it helps the channel evolve and grow. And make sure you guys hit the silver bell notification so you know when I post up a new video. So when I go live for State of the Art every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. So you guys can jump into the chat with us, because we talk about action figures, toy news, and we even have independent toy makers on as guests to talk about upcoming figures that are coming out. So come hang out for State of the Art every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And most importantly, I want you guys to have the best luck hunting. Keep on collecting. Have a beautiful day.